This conference will now be recorded.
Well, today I'll introduce you. Yesterday we have discussed about the list concept, and today we learn about set concept, another Java collection framework. Set. First, I'll introduce you what are the various sets available. We have hash set, and we have linked hash set. Also, we have tree set. Once we understand about the set concept, then I differentiate what is the difference between the list and set. First, we learn about using the set concept. Then we talk about what are the major differences between the yesterday concept list and set, when to go for list and when to go for set, we conclude. Once we get some knowledge about the set, then we can here have easy conclusion about when to go for the list and when to go for the set. Right. Like array list, linked list, we have different types of sets. So what are the different types of sets here? We have hash set, we have linked hash set, and also we have tree set. Based on your requirement, you have to go for appropriate set type. Hash set, linked hash set, and tree set. Okay. First, let us see the hash set. I'm creating an object for the hash set. Supposing I want to store some strings. The name of the hash set I'm giving, for example, hash set. Here, this is the instance of the object for the hash set class, equal to new hash set. We are creating an object for the hash set class. Of type string. Oh, sorry. The data type we have to mention here, string. Then either list or set, any type of list, any types of set, adding data is same procedure. Let me add some data here. Add some data I'm adding. Let me add some student names, like say student names I'm adding, say Bhaskar, and say Chari something, and I'm adding another value, say, okay, Abdul. Now, if I want to count the number of elements in the set, the procedure would be the same. The hash set name dot size. So here, it is similar to defining a list, Similar to adding the data, removing the data, accessing the data, everything is same. Size is 3. Now I want to access the elements available in the hash set. Friends, you have any issue with my audio? From my end, I hope I am clear. Everybody, I am audible properly? Am I audible properly? Yes. Okay. Sai Kumar, you check your end. From my end, I am very clear. Almost all the students are confirmed. Yes. Maybe you check your internet connection or whatever. Well, now I want to access the data from the hash set I equal to 0, I less than the hash set dot size, and I'm incrementing the I. Oh, sorry. Now I'm accessing or printing the data directly. Hash set dot get the data. Okay. Well, but now, in order to access the data from a hash set, see here, we have to use either iterator. We don't have the get method for the set. We have to use either iterator or I can go with a for each loop. Even the same thing you can apply for list also. For the list or arrays also, we can apply the same for each mechanism. For each loop, what is this for each loop? If you want to access the element in an array list, or a set, we can use for each loop. How to use it? For, and you have to mention, first of all, what type of data available in your set. What type of data available in your set? String. And you have to give the variable name. I'm giving a variable name, for example, data colon. You have to give the array name or list name or your set name. Here we have to give first data type, variable name, colon. You have to give the array name. If it is array, you have to give the array name. If it is array list, we have to give the array list name. If it is a linked list, we have to give the linked list name. Similarly here, set name. What is my set name here? Headset. Then I'm directly in each iteration, what happened? Element by element, the data will be, the values will be stored in the variable data. Just I'm printing the data here. This is better way of accessing the data from any kind of, either set or a list or a array. See, we are accessing the data here. So here I constructed for each loop in order to access the data available in the set. Not only the set, either array list, linked list, plain array, any kind of set. This is a better way of accessing the data from the list or a set or from an array. Right. See, you observe my code and the output. Keenly observe my code and the output. See, what is the first value I stored into the set? Bhaskar. Second value I was added, Chari. The next value I was added, Abdul. But you please observe the output. Chari, Bhaskar, Abdul. means has set is a unordered set, meaning the data will not be stored in the same order we have added to the set. First I added Bhaskar, next I added Chari, finally I added Abdul. But do observe the set, this has set, data was not stored in the has set in the order what you have entered, what you have added. It is a unordered set. Has set is unordered set. The data will not be added, the data will not be appended in which order you have entered. Well, it is a unordered set. Well, now let us go for the, you confirm you understand this point? Everybody, you do confirm you understood this concept? It is also similar to the list. But what is the difference between the list and set? I'll teach you. I have added 3 values. Adding procedure would be the same. Declaration procedure also would be the same. Getting the size also same. But in order to access the data from the set, we have to use either iterator or we have to use a for loop. For loop is simplest way of accessing the data from either array or a array list or any kind of set. Well, now here like yesterday, what I do, here I created an object for the class has set. This has set and this linked has set and tree set all are implementations of an interface called set. I put here the has set, linked has set, and the tree set, all types of sets I'm talking about are implementations of set interface. See, array list, linked list, or implementation of an interface called list. The similar way, has set, linked has set, tree set, or implementation of an interface called set. In this scenario, set is the interface, has set, linked has set, tree set are the classes which are implementations of the set interface. So instead of creating an object for the has set class, while creating an object for the class, I am mapping it to an interface set. Set in its interface which extends collections API. So now I created an object for the has set, implements set interface. So whatever some mechanism available in the set we can access, the methods available in the has set also we can access here. Well, I hope you understood this part, right? Please do confirm. Previously, I created an object for the class has set. Now, while creating an object, I map it to the interface called set like the yesterday. Linked list, array list, or the implementations of the list. Has set, linked has set, tree set, or the implementation of an interface superclass that is set. Well. Now, finally here, has set is a unordered list. Then, let me go for the linked has set. The same way, otherwise, directly I'll go for this set string linked has set. I given the name like this, LH set linked hash set equal to new linked hash set. The data type string. So we can go for integer or any other data type here. We can go for integer or object or character or anything you can go. I'm taking the example of a string. Okay, any type of data will go. Well, now here I created an object for the linked hash set. See the difference. Now in the same way, I am adding the data here. So what I'm doing, this code just I'm copying, because adding mechanism, accessing mechanism, everything is same. Same data I'm adding here. I'm getting the size of the linked hash set, and I'm accessing the data here, and I'm printing the data. Okay, now first what I will do here, hash set elements, so that in the output you can understand. Here I'm putting a comment section, linked hash set elements. Let us run this code. I executed this code. What is the difference you have observed? One moment, sorry. It is a linked hash set, right? I just copied the object name LH set, LH set, LH set, LH dot size, accept the data from the linked hash set, LH. Right. Because previously I just copied and pasted and executed. And now you observe the data and tell me what is the difference you have observed now, as of now. You ping me your answer. No, it is not sorted data. You please observe, sort meaning is different. Sorting meaning is different. Sort meaning Abdul has to come first. See here, the first, the data was added to the hash set, Bhaskar, Chari, and Abdul. But here, the data is not storing in the order what we have entered, what we have added. In the hash set, data is in an unordered list and data is not stored in the way you have added. But observe the second one. Linked hash set. Bhaskar, Chari, and Abdul. Output, observe the output. Linked hash set. Bhaskar, Chari, and Abdul. Meaning, whatever the order you have added the data, in the same order the data will be maintained in the linked hash set. Linked hash set, store the data in the order we have added to the set. And still, this is not a sorting order. This is also not storing the data in a sorting order. For that, we have another set, that is the tree set. Now let me define the tree set. Set tree set string, sorry, set string, the name T set I am giving, new tree set, the data type string. Now here I created an object for the tree set class and I map it to the interface set interface. Now I'm adding the data. Tree set. I added 3 values. I'm counting the number of elements. Now I'm accessing the data. For the data type, string, the name of the variable, and T set, and here I'm accessing the data. One moment. Here I'll print has set elements. Here I'm printing linked list element, linked has set elements. First, here also, just a minute. Has set elements, linked has set elements, and here I'm printing tree set elements. Done. I'll run these 3 sets available in the same code. I executed, observe the output. What you have observed in the tree set? It is a natural order. Whatever the way you have added the data into the tree set, irrespective of the order you have entered the data into the tree set, internally it manages the data in a natural order. That is, if it is a string, alphabetical order. If you are adding the integer values, meaning numeric values, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 value-based order, value order, either value order or alphabetical order. So finally, the conclusion. So what are the major differences between these 3 types of sets? You tell me what are the 3 major differences here? First, has set is a unordered set. Data will not be stored in the same order you have added. In the has set, data will not be stored in the same order we have added. Second one, linked has set. Data will be stored in the order we have added. Tree set. Data will be stored in a natural order, either alphabetical order or numerical order. So based on your requirement, you have to go for that. Okay? Well, mostly we go for the has set if you really use the set. You can use either iterator or you can use a for each loop in order to access the data present in any kind of set or a list or array. Same for each loop, you can go for even array also. We can use it for array list also. We can use it for set also. So better go in a uniformed way. We use for each loop to access the data from any list or any set or any array. That is the easiest way of getting the data. The remaining concepts are different. See, Java is a full-fledged programming software. They have given n number of features to the end users, Java programmer. Whatever you want, whatever the way you want to drive, you can drive because they have given such flexibility. They given n number of features. Based on the end user requirement, they choose whether to go for a list, whether to go for a set, whether to go for a array list, whether to go for a linked list. That is the end user option. It is the programmer intelligence to decide whether to go with a list or whether to go with a set, and what kind of list and what kind of set. Got it? Well. Now, let me explain what are the major differences between the list and set. What is the major difference between the list and set? What I will do, to demonstrate that, I'll create one more sample program. My program name itself I am giving like compare list and set, something like this. Here in this code, try to understand what are the difference between the list and set. Okay, first I'll create a list. And here I create a set. Any kind of list or set, these are the major difference. I'll create a set. Okay. I'm creating a list. For example, string or numbers or whatever, string, maybe demo list. So do remember, we can also use this list equal to new, okay, array list. Here, this is a Java keyword interface name. Here L is in the uppercase, right? L in the uppercase. This is a Java keyword, whereas this is your variable name or object name here. So for Java compiler, Java virtual machine, JVM, this is a different and it is different. So you can also go like this, or if you have any confusion, I'll give demo list. Now here, I'm adding some data here. Demo list dot add. I'm adding some data here. Say for example, I'm adding some data. Say, okay, ABC demo list dot add XYZ and demo list dot add ABC XYZ. Okay. Now here I'm accessing the files, demo list dot files. Now we have three values here. Yes, we have three values here. Done. Okay. Now I'm creating a set. String demo set equal to new. Okay, I'll create a hash set object. Mostly we use hash set here. And of type string. The same way I'm adding the data. The same way I'm adding the data here. But instead of demo list, I have to use demo set. Demo set. and demo set. Here I am printing the size. Before I print the sizes here, I'm just printing list elements. Here I'm printing set elements. Elements available in the set. Now let me run the code. As of now, you get the same output for the both. There are 3 elements in the list. Even there are 3 elements in the set. Okay. Now, okay, here not only the size, I'm printing all the values again. For data type string, some variable name, whatever it can be, the name of the list here, which is demo list. See, previously I used it for the set. You can also use it for the list. For each loop I'm talking about. You can use for each loop for any kind of collection framework, including the arrays. Now just I'm printing the data. The same way. I'm accessing the data present in the set here. This is demo set. Remaining is same. So not only the size, even we are printing the data. As of now, we have same data. We have same number of elements. One list element. There are 3 elements in the list: ABC, XYZ, ABC, XYZ. In the set also, there are 3 elements: ABC, XYZ, ABC, XYZ. Well, so as of now, we have not observed there is, no difference between the list and set. From here, let me focus on teaching you what is the difference between the list and set. Okay. Well, now here we are at the list now. For this list, I'm adding one more element. Demo list dot add. I'm adding one more element, XYZ. I added this element. I added duplicate value. Already XYZ is available at the as a second element. It's a 0th position. It's the first position. Finally, XYZ is available. Again, I'm adding XYZ to the list. I added duplicate value. Same duplicate value. Here I'm adding to the set, to the demo set. I added duplicate value, which is already available. I run this code. See the output and observe the first comparison. Try to understand the first comparison here. There are 4 elements available in the list: ABC, XYZ, ABC, XYZ, XYZ. But here it's saying 4, but the duplicate values are not stored. The duplicate values are not stored. You do observe XYZ was not stored. In place of XYZ, null stored, nothing stored. Here do observe there is a element. When I click here, you'll observe it's moving. From the cursor, I'm moving from here to here. There is a element, no value, nothing, null. So duplicates are not accepted by the set. So what is the first comparison we have observed? You ping me your answer in my chat box. You ping your answer in my chat box. What is the first comparison we have observed between the list and set? What is the first comparison we have observed between the list and set? List accept the duplicates. Set do not accept the duplicates. List accept the duplicates. Set do not accept the duplicates. Got it? Supposing, check out this one. I close all unnecessary windows. Say I open some application. Sorry, opening. Okay, leave it. Supposing in an Excel file, I have some data, or in some page, I have some links. In the Java memory, I want to maintain the unique values. Unique values. We go with a set. I want to read the entire data, though there are duplicates available. Though there are duplicates available, I want to even maintain the duplicates also into my Java memory. I'll go for a list. I do not want the duplicates values in my Java memory. Then I go for set. The major difference is list accept the duplicates, set do not accept the duplicates. So now if you want to maintain the entire data, whether there are duplicates available or not available, go for the set. You do not want the duplicate values into your program Java memory, then we have to go for a set. So based on your requirement, we have to make a decision whether to go for a list or a set here. There is a major difference between the list and set. And let's see. Here, I'm adding a null value, nothing. Nothing was added. I'm adding one more null value, another null value. And here, I'm adding a null value. I'm adding one more null value. Let me run this code. And see the output here. ABC, XYZ, ABC, XYZ, XYZ duplicates are accepted. Even multiple nulls also allowed. Multiple nulls are allowed because it is not considering the duplicate things. Simply it is accepting whatever the data you have entered. Here, you please observe, only one null available here. Only one null available here. It accepts only one null. It accepts multiple nulls. List accept multiple nulls, whereas set accept nulls, but only one null. Set accept nulls, but only one null. List can accept multiple nulls. List accept any kind of data you have entered, whereas set do not allow the duplicates. List accept the duplicate, set do not allow the duplicates. List accept multiple nulls, set accept nulls, but only one null. These are the major comparisons between the list and set. See, down the line, while we are talking about the Selenium, we are going to discuss about handling multiple windows, etc. Every browser window will have a unique ID. In order to maintain the unique IDs, we must go for a set. We'll see. I mean, when we started writing the code, we'll observe when to go for a list and when to go for a set. So these are the major comparisons. Do confirm the topic understood till now. Okay. Here I was not observed this. Actually, demo set.size. See, just I copied and pasted. This is a problem with copy paste. Demo set.size. Yes. In the output also, I was not observed properly. It is every time it is printing the same thing. You please observe here. The number of elements are changed. There are only 4 elements. It is not accepting the duplicates. But while printing previously, I am printing the list size. I hope you understood this. Here we have ABC, XYZ, ABC, XYZ, again XYZ. But it is not accepting the XYZ again. It is accepting only one null. Please observe. Hence, total number of elements in the set are 4. Got it? Right. This is a list and set difference here. Maybe previously, I hope some people have confused by seeing the number 6 here, because I made a mistake in my code. Every time I'm printing the list.size instead of set.size here. Okay, I hope that confusion was removed, right? Previously, I hope you have some confusion. Every time it is printing the same value. Right, right. So this is about the variables related, memory management related topic. We started with what is a variable, what are the data types, how to declare the variables, scalar variables and array variables. You answer my question, what is a scalar variable and what is an array variable? You please, people try to answer so that, definitely, I know very slowly I'm driving the sessions because 90%, more than 90% of the students who are listening my class, I know you don't have programming and Java knowledge. For that reason, I am teaching in this way. Say that too, we are in the lockdown period. We have plenty of time. Hurry, barely, we no need to complete the course also. Slowly, I am driving the session. What is the difference between, answer my question, what is the difference between a scalar variable, array variable? Scalar variable, scalar meaning, if you Google meaning of the scalar meaning single, can store single values. Array variables are used to store multiple values. Okay. Arrays are fixed size. While declaring an array, you are giving a size that cannot be extended during runtime. So you know how many values you are going to store, say 10 values. That size we are not going to increase in the future. Go for array. Go for an array. If you want to go for varying size, dynamically you want to extend the size, then we have to go for either array list, linked list, or hash set, or a tree set, or linked hash set. Okay, right. See, coming to arrays are fixed size. You can define arrays for both primitive data types and reference data types. Whereas list or set can be defined, list or sets can be defined only for reference data types. But don't confuse, int is different, integer is different. Int is a primitive data type, integer is a class in Java. To perform some manipulations on primitive data types, for every primitive data type, they have given a class. Array can be defined for any kind of data type, whereas array list, set, list or set can be defined only for reference data types. Array is fixed size, list or set are not fixed size. You observe, did I mention anyway the size in the entire list or set? No, they are not limited size. So initially what happens, some memory will be allocated. Say for example, if I declare a set or if I declare a list, supposing here, observe this statement what I have selected. Here I defined a list. Did I mention any size here? Did I mention any size, 10 elements or 20 elements? No, right? Maybe by default, let us say you are Java allocating to store 10 elements. I started adding the data. Let us say five elements already I have stored. Automatically, it will extend the size to another 5. Again, if I started storing some data, another 5 I have stored, meaning 10 values already I stored. Dynamically, size will be extended for next 5. So based on the data loaded into the memory, automatically size gets extended by the list or set. It is not possible with the array. So if you want to go for a fixed size of elements, go for an array. If you want to go for a dynamic size of elements, go for either list or a set. Coming to list and set, you want to even maintain duplicates also, go for a list. You do not want to maintain the duplicates in the memory, then go for a set. There is a major difference. Then there are different types of sets and there are different types of lists, and based on your requirement, we go for that. So this is completely whatever we have learned till now. It is memory management concept. How to declare the variables, data types, arrays, lists, and hash sets we have discussed in the last 6-7 sessions. I hope you're clear about all this topic. Right. And truly speaking, for this batch, I'm going Java in a very extensive way. As the time available, you are also ready to spend the time. You are also ready to listen for more hours. Even for that reason, I'm teaching all concept whatever we needed. Even similarly, I see, in fact, I have discussed linked list, array list, and we have discussed 3 types of sets. Only for the knowledge sake, we are discussing all this part. But truly, when it comes to Selenium WebDriver, we don't use all types of list. We don't use all types of set. But nothing wrong learning more programming, more Java, so that if really some interviews ask you, you can able to answer this kind of questions now. For that reason, I am taking in this way. Well, friends, and I have to introduce another concept before we start up with the Selenium. See, don't think Java was finished. There are many things we have to learn. I said I'll follow a hybrid mechanism. If I started teaching like this Java continuously, I mean, you feel that where we use all these concepts in test cases, automation testing. But before I started with the Selenium, I need to even teach you another concept like what is a class and what is an interface, what is a static method, what is a non-static method. And previously also we are creating an object here. We are creating an object for the class. What do you mean by creating an object? Such kind of concept we have to learn. Maybe another 2 sessions we'll learn what is a class, what is an interface, what is a method, what is a static method, what is a non-static method, so that what is that implementation. While teaching, I'm using the words implementation, implements. We learn all these terminologies and the concept. Then I start up with the Selenium. Okay. And one moment. See here, the Jira, no, server is not ready. We have a problem with the Jira. We cannot install it now unless we go to Office and the technical person also not available. Once the Jira server ready, I'll teach you. Don't worry about it. First, we concentrate on it. Don't mess up the concept. We started one order. Let us go in this order. Well, time now. Well, friends, for today I stop here, and tomorrow I'll introduce you. Yes, tomorrow I'll take a class. Tomorrow I introduce you, brief about the class, interface, methods. Don't miss tomorrow's session. It's a very important session. What is a class? What is a method? What is an interface? Because in every Selenium program, we are going to use this stuff. Got it? Right. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.